Hi, I'm Paddycake, and this is my best friend, Brent. We've been besties for a while now, and one of the things we bonded over was our shared love of Madlibs. On Christmas a few years ago, Brent pitched the idea to me to create a show where we use AI art to accentuate the humor of Madlibs. 3 weeks later, we started filming, and we haven't stopped since. Through this project, we hope to share our weird humor and to highlight both the unexpected beauty and complete absurdity of AI-generated art. Welcome to MidJourney Madlibs. Hello, my darlings, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new, please come in and make yourself at home. My name is Paddycake, and welcome to Paddycake Games and another episode of MidJourney Madlibs. And with me, as always, is my best friend and co-host, Brent. How you doing tonight?
I'm cool. I'm on a couch in a different room, and it's groovy.
Awesome. Well, you look great. You look super comfy. I'm kind of jealous. All right, well, we're not going to waste any time. You guys know how this works. We send each other Madlibs. We send each other the answers to go into those Madlibs. We then take those Madlibs. We run them through MidJourney. We create a series of art. We get together. We share those pictures with each other. We laugh. And that's the show. And we hope you like it. And if you do like it, you can look down below the video. There's a thumbs up button that's made just for that. Just click on that button. That tells us you like it. And if you're doing that, you might as well click on the subscribe button because it's right next to it, and that really helps out the channel a lot. And if you're doing that, you can be super thorough and click the notification bell, and that'll let you know when new videos are posted to the channel. Also, if you look down at the description, there's lots of links to social media. There's links to Instagram, there's links to TikTok, there's links to Twitter. There's also a link to a Discord. You can join the Discord and you can chat with us anytime. You can share your own AI art creations, or you can tell us how much ours are terrible. I'm going first tonight. And I have a great Madlib. I'm really excited about this one. There are certain artists that really sort of kind of, I don't know if you call them the meat and potatoes of the artist that like shaped, you know, your sensibilities. You know what I mean? There's a couple of them that are like that for me. Yoshitaka Amano, which we featured last season, is one of the artists that really sort of defines my artistic sensibility. One of the other ones is the artist that's featured in this Madlib, because this Madlib is the Jive of Java, and it's in the style of Jack Kirby. Jacob Kurtzberg was born on August 28, 1917 at 147 Essex Street in the Lower East Side of Manhattan, where he was raised. In his youth, he desired to escape his neighborhood and sought out places he could learn about art due to his love of drawing. Essentially self-taught, he cites his early influences as comic strip artists Milton Caniff, Hal Foster, and Alex Raymond, as well as editorial cartoonists such as C.H. Sykes and Roland Kirby. He later found an outlet for his skills by drawing cartoons for the newspaper of the Boys Brotherhood Republic, a miniature city on East 3rd Street where street kids ran their own government. Kurtzberg joined the Lincoln newspaper syndicate in 1936, working on comic strips and single-panel advice cartoons under the pseudonym Jack Curtis. Around the years between 1936 and 1940, he began writing and drawing for the comic book packager Eisner and Iger, one of the few small firms creating comics on demand for publishers. During this time, he worked on a Western crime-fighting feature called Wilton of the West as Fred Sand, the swashbuckling adventure The Count of Monte Cristo as Jack Curtis, and the humor features Abdul Jones and Socko the Sea Dog as Ted Gray and Teddy. He ultimately settled on the pen name Jack Kirby because it reminded him of actor James Cagney. Kirby began to explore the superhero genre of comics in 1940 with the comic strip The Blue Beetle. During this time, he met and began collaborating with cartoonist Joe Simon, a partnership that would last for many years. The duo were hired on staff at Pulp magazine after collaborating on the premiere issue of Fawcett Comics' Captain Marvel Adventures in March of 1941. It was there that Simon and Kirby created the patriotic superhero Captain America. Kirby was drafted into the U.S. Army on June 7, 1943. During his time in World War II, his lieutenant utilized his unique skills as a scout who would advance into towns and draw reconnaissance maps and pictures. After the war, Kirby returned to his work on comics, where he drew all genres from romance to science fiction to superheroes, and it was at Marvel Comics where he hit his stride with the Fantastic Four, the Hulk, Thor, X-Men, the Inhumans, and Black Panther. Kirby died on February 6, 1994, at the age of 76 due to heart failure, but he received a great deal of recognition throughout his career. He won several Alley Awards through the years from his work on Captain America, The Avengers, Thor, The Fantastic Four, and The Inhumans. His work was posthumously honored on July 14, 2017, when he was named a Disney legend for his part in creating numerous characters in Disney's Marvel Cinematic Universe. The Jack Kirby Awards and the Jack Kirby Hall of Fame were named in his honor, as was Asteroid 51985, and like Dr. Seuss, a crater on Mercury. Comics wouldn't be what they are today without his influence, so let's celebrate that with my Madlib in the style of the great Jack Kirby. These days, ordering coffee can be as fluffy as buying a new notebook. Well, it's certainly fluffy.
This is like Jack Kirby doing anime.
Yeah, totally. This is very reminiscent of Star Fox, which is an old NES game about like anthropomorphized animals that, well, not NES, I think it was SNES anyway.
Yeah, I have it.
Yeah,
on my Switch. I mean, my Switch. I have like a massive SNES library, and it's on there.
And also, there's coffee because he's got cups of coffee. It's perfect. It's like Jack Kirby made a commercial or drew a commercial for some coffee shop. Employees at the coffee shop are called werewolf groomers, so please address them as such.
Yes, werewolf groomer.
This looks like various stages of this guy transforming into something else.
But not a werewolf.
But not a werewolf. And no one's grooming him either.
Well, maybe Franken zombies are werewolf groomers?
Possibly.
There's like Wolverine vibes going on all over that.
Absolutely. They will ask you which of the 33 1/3 beverage sizes that you would like.
Oh.
These are cool. Like if some coffee shop was like selling these as like commemorative bottles, I'd want the whole set. Even though they seem very confused because they're like, is it the Hulk? Is it Vision? Is it Captain America? Is it all of them?
Is it Thanos America?
Is it Thanos? It's like all of them kind of all mixed together.
Well, I mean, it's the different sizes.
Oh yeah,
they're all like 1 ounce larger than the one before.
And then they add another superhero to it each time. So it just becomes an amalgam by the end. Make sure to specify if you would prefer your coffee hot or mischievous.
Oh.
He looks very unhappy with his coffee.
He doesn't look like the type that wants either.
No, and the thing is, they gave him cold, boring coffee, and he wanted hot, mischievous coffee, but he didn't ask for it. So he didn't specify that he wanted his coffee hot or mischievous. So they gave him the wrong kind, and he's upset about it. In his coffee shop up in the sky somewhere, because he's way up in the air.
Yeah, are you sure he's not like Miyazaki or something? I don't know.
But many decisions remain. Vanilla Coke Zero instead of milk?
Okay.
Would you like Vanilla Coke Zero instead of milk? Would you like me to put some clothes on?
Yeah, I was wondering about that part because part of it looks like he's not wearing clothes, and then part of it looks like he is
stretchy fabric. Yeah,
clothes.
Yeah, that's weird. I don't know.
I think I'm going to err on the side of I'm wearing tights with underwear on the outside.
Yeah,
like
like a classic superheroes.
Yeah.
Replace sugar with one of the 48 alternatives, including. Yeah, well, that's the including is going to be the next couple of pictures because it was a long sentence, so I had to break it up.
So we've got Batman, maybe the Phantom.
What I think this is basically doing, well, except for the last panel. The last panel kind of breaks the idea. It's like this first one is like Splenda, and he's like no, and the next one's like Sweet and Low, and he's like no.
And then. Yeah, that breaks it.
We need another picture of a drink or something, yeah. A packet of Koopa sweetener, carrot raisin salad syrup, or a little whipped toadstool on top.
no! No! Whoa!
It's so gross. It's so gross.
Is that? It looks like a turtle head to me.
Yes. Well, I mean, you said Koopa sweetener, and Koopas are turtles in the Mario world.
That's right.
Yeah, so the Koopa
is.
sweetener, and then the syrup is the proper color because it's carrot raisin salad syrup, so it should be orange. And a little whipped toadstool on top.
Oh, so like that cream is
Whipped toadstool.
You know what? I have had a mushroom mousse. I have had asparagus sorbet, so that is not that far off.
Order Japanese slow drip brew instead of the usual, which pours battery acid all over the beans.
Okay, and they're in the Underdark.
Yeah. I kept this one because I just thought it was a really cool comic book inspired landscape, you know.
Yeah, I mean, totally. It's like Hollow Earth, maybe a different planet, or maybe it's actually like a tiny world, like the net negative zone,
or the quantum
not the negative, the quantum realm.
Yeah, like the quantum realm.
Yeah. We're not nerds.
No, not at all. Sounds refreshing, but do you have 4.1 minutes to stand around waiting for it? Do you? Do you have 4.1 minutes?
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't think that was too long to wait. I mean, I barely have time to find my seat and plug in my iPad. I mean, you know, all the things you gotta do when you go have coffee. His teeth are very uniform.
They are. They're super
That's
uniform.
not normal.
You're not getting any younger here, he says, as he
Rude.
as he sits at his table at the coffee shop with his laptop and his piece of paper,
and
his tablet
uniform,
in his superhero uniform. It's like, you're not getting any younger here, sir.
It's like,
That's not your power. You don't age backwards. That's another guy. That's the guy over there.
Captain Stark, come on. What are you doing in there?
Still feeling lost? Then order our favorite. It's just cool. I just kept it because it's cool. It looks cool. It looks like it's lifted straight out of a comic book. It's just awesome.
Is that a two-headed dragon or a goose plane?
I think I'm more of a goose plane, more in that area of thinking, because it looks there's very machinery. It's very mechanical. Everything looks very mechanical. So I'm figuring it's some sort of a vehicle.
Sorry.
And this actually reminds me of, was it the GoBots? The GoBots had a base that was a four-legged thing, and then it would fold up like this, and the head was like the top of the base. That's what it made me think of. An extra wretched soy mooble carp with 2 shots of excellent roasted espresso and a dash of dust bunny.
Oh my, now that is a true artist.
Right, that's some really, really impressive espresso art because it's in color.
Look behind it. Even the regular kind is like, they got a freaking star with a heart. And
that's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Are you ready for some honorable mentions?
It's time already.
It's time already. All right, here's our first honorable mention. Can you guess what this one is? Employees at the coffee shop are called werewolf groomers, so please address them as such.
Oh my goodness! Wow. So, which one is the customer and which one is the patron?
It's kind of hard to tell.
Oh, they're both the same thing.
It's kind of hard to tell because it looks like the guy with the tie is placing an order, but it also, the way he's like fiddling with something on the counter, it looks like he's working there. So I don't know. It's hard to tell. Oh, here's the next one. They will ask you which of the 33 1/3 beverage sizes you would like. Dagil.
That looks. Oh my gosh. It almost makes me hungry, which is odd.
They don't look very appetizing. They look like my grandmother had a shelf like this in her pantry that was filled with like canned jars of canned fruit and stuff that she would make, and pickled eggs and pickled beets. She'd love that stuff.
Oh, sorry. I mean, I didn't mean to throw up in my mouth. I just did accidentally.
I love pickled beets and pickled eggs. I grew up in those because of my grandmother, so I have a taste for them. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's our next one. Yes. Replace sugar with one of the 48 alternatives.
That looks like more than 48.
Right?
But
And apparently sugar alternatives are everything from actual sugar alternatives to candy bars and candies and sausages, apparently.
Well, it's just in time for Chocolate Day, National Chocolate Day.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like there's a shy guy down here at the bottom, which is weird. I don't know where that popped up from. This was
Star-Lord.
Yeah, sounds refreshing, but do you have 4.1 minutes to stand around waiting for it? And it gave me Star-Lord. who apparently he put his helmet on backwards for some reason, but yeah.
Yeah, it's totally hat backwards.
It's totally Star-Lord, but yeah, I mean, it's not only his hat is on backwards, but like his coat is backwards too, like or it's open in the front and the back, which seems weird unless he's trying to show off his butt. Which, I mean, you're Chris Pratt, you should be showing off your butt.
It's backward day at Reaver High. For Spirit Week.
And that is it. That is the end of my Madlib of Jack Kirby.
That's an epic way to end it.
Right?
Sure.
I thought so too.
Don't you have something to tell us how to do?
I think so. I've been fine-tuning him a little. He's starting to get a little bit better with instructions, but I still don't think he's getting it quite right.
Poor guy. I mean, you got to start somewhere.
ChatGPT, what's the easiest way to stay cool on a hot summer day?
Not having an actual human body, I do not know what it feels like to be hot or cold, but here are some suggestions on what you can do to stay cool on a hot day. Fashion a hat out of your favorite ice cream flavor and place it on your head. As it melts, enjoy the sweet, cooling sensation dripping down your face. Just watch out for brain freeze. Fill your flip-flops with water and put them in the freezer until they become solid blocks of ice. Then, stand in the frozen flip-flop fountains and let your feet chill out. Wear a sweater made entirely of water balloons. They'll provide a refreshing surprise when they burst in the summer heat, although it might be a bit soggy. Find a suitable iceberg, preferably one floating in your nearest ocean. Transport it to your backyard swimming pool and float on it all day. Just be sure to invite some penguins for company. Coat your body in crushed pineapple and claim it's a natural sunblock. The tropical scent will also attract admirers, or maybe even a few hungry parrots. Take your work meetings to the nearest slip and slide. Discuss spreadsheets and sales projections while zipping down the watery slide. Multitasking at its finest. Wear sunglasses with miniature snow machines attached. When you flip the switch, a snowy blizzard will surround you, making it feel like a winter wonderland. And there you go, follow these steps and you're sure to be at least 50% cooler.
Well, I'm going to say, living in Texas, I feel like most of those are very valid.
Nah, I don't know about the ice cream hat. That seems like it would be really messy.
Okay, that's probably my least favorite one. But, I mean, I'm down for the iceberg. Maybe not the penguins. It's my turn now. I'm going to tell you about a visit to the attic.
Definitely a place you don't want to go in the summer heat.
And maybe you don't want to go there with Margaret Keane either, but we'll see. Margaret Keane, born in 1927,
is an American artist known for her distinctive and emotive paintings of subjects, particularly children and animals, with large eyes. In 1964, Margaret Keane was among the most famous living artists in the country, only no one knew it. Ms. Keane was the painter behind the big-eyed waifs, who were gracing rec rooms and lounges all across America, the mother of a legion of adorable forsaken children. Her canvases were all simply signed Keane, and that allowed her husband, Walter Keane, a charlatan and salesman par excellence, to take credit for the work. However, a controversy emerged when Margaret revealed that she was the actual painter. The legal battle that ensued in the 1960s, known as the Great Keane Eyeball War, concluded with Margaret proving her authorship in a courtroom paint-off. Margaret Keane's distinctive style, characterized by those exaggerated, sorrowful eyes of her subjects, has left a lasting impact on popular culture. Despite the tumultuous events surrounding her career, she persevered as an artist, and her work continues to be recognized for its unique emotional resonance and contribution to the art world. Margaret Keane's story was later adapted into the 2014 film Big Eyes, directed by Tim Burton, which brought her artistic legacy to a broader audience. Amy Adams portrayed Mrs. Keane in that film and even had the opportunity to meet the artist. Margaret Keane passed away last year on my 50th birthday, and so it is my special honor to present you my Madlib in the style of the iconic Margaret Keane.
On my last visit to the attic, I hit the Jack Rabbit when I found an old letter Grandma had written to an advice columnist.
The Jack Rabbit.
I hit the Jack Rabbit when I found an old letter written. Yeah, that is creepy as hell.
That is very creepy and
dead on.
Yeah, it's dead on her style. It's 100% her style.
It's impressive. I love it. For the past 3 years, this is the letter, by the way.
Okay.
For the past 3 years, I've had a great friendship with a stopped-up baseball cap guy.
A stopped-up baseball cap guy? It would have been funny if they would have drawn him with his mouth open because he's stopped up, so he has to breathe through his mouth.
See, I wasn't sure if they meant nose or, constipated.
Well, I mean, I guess it could be either way. I was meaning nose because that's a problem that I have to deal with all the time this time of year.
Got it.
Today was like the first day in months where I did not stop up all day long. So apparently things have died enough that I'm not being affected anymore.
His nose is pretty red.
Yeah, it is. So he's been, I know that feeling.
He's a good person and has both vertebrae planted nearby on the gear.
Okay. This, I am very confused. Is his head backwards or is his shirt just pulled way up tight up on his neck?
I sat here and I thought about this for a while because I'm like, is he backward? But I'm like, okay, so is this his chest? I'm thinking this is his chest and not his upper back.
Okay.
And I think that the tattoos are what are making you think that his arms are bending the wrong way.
But what is this thing next to him? This weird child doll with the Phyllis Diller hair.
We have many moccasins in common. We both love to read.
Those moccasins are not in common. They are two different moccasins. They don't match.
I'm pretty sure they're the same ones. They've just been decorated.
Yeah, they've been painted.
And we have the same taste in music. Like rock and cough and Western. And occasionally we go hear a symphony ashtray play. Oh, yeah. Hi, cats.
Yeah.
And
okay, wait. So
is
they
that
went
an
to see
ashtray?
They went to see a symphony ashtray play. A symphony ashtray. Okay. And
yeah, a symphony ashtray.
They like rockin'. What was it? Rockin'
Cough.
Rockin' Cough. Okay.
And Western.
And Western. Okay.
Which is its own thing, and I've never really heard of Western.
What kind of music do you usually have here?
Oh, we got both kinds. We got country and western.
Wait, she's got 1, 2, 3. She's got 5 hands. Because she's got a hand here and a hand here, then a hand there, then a hand there, then a hand here.
Well, there's a child there. Maybe it has one of the hands or two. This is nightmare fuel, borderline nightmare fuel.
Well, the thing is, it's
wouldn't take
weird.
much to tip it.
It's weird nightmare fuel, though, because it's actually beautiful at the same time.
Last night, he asked for my soup bowl in marriage.
And I gave him my soup bowl in marriage.
They nailed it. I mean, like, this is the closest to what I was asking for. I was thrown for a heron. I've always thought of him as my friend. What to do?
Well, it got. Well, it's not quite a heron, but it's
Not quite a heron.
It's heron adjacent,
She's a heron adjacent, too.
right? She's kind of like weirdly.
Look at her legs. Her legs are feathers.
Yeah, she's got feathers on her. Oh, that's really weird.
Oh, and
Maybe
she may even have wings hanging down her back.
Yeah, but she's also like weirdly stupid.
She was thrown for a heron. That's what happens when you're thrown for a heron. Just things go bad. Signed, Forcefully Anxious.
Oh gosh. Oh, that's some nightmare fuel. Oh my god.
I didn't realize how horrible that was.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
Oh god, it's horrid. I love it. I love it.
Oh. Dear Anxious, marry the tube.
An interpreted tube is like the British subway. I love it. Marry the tube. So just get married to public transit.
Remember, a bird in the pickaxe is worth 2 in the Hot Wheel.
Well, that looks like a very unusable pickaxe.
Well, the scythe is better. At least she has a bird on the scythe.
True.
Or is that a roach leg?
Oh, wow. Well, now that you mentioned it, it does kind of look like an insect leg. I don't like to think about roach legs.
Okay, moving on. Thankfully, Grandma listened. That brand new toy she's describing? That's my grandpa.
Oh. Oh, that's her grandpa, the brand new toy.
I just thought this one was so cute.
It's super cute.
I think this is more like her, herself, and then there's the grandpa in the background.
Yeah, giving her the side eye because she's fallen for a brand new toy.
Oh, well.
This is my brand new toy. Grandpa's like, better not replace me.
This is a little long one. I'm sorry. I gave you a lot of honorable mentions. This is I hit the Jack Rabbit.
She got one ear.
I put
one ear
this one in
poking
here. That ear. And that's not the only one that did that. For the past 3 years, I've been dating the baseball cap guy.
Oh.
The stocked up baseball cap guy.
She does not look happy about that either.
Oh, not dating. Had a great friendship. Yeah, her friendship doesn't look so great. So
no,
maybe
it doesn't.
he's a good person and has both vertebrae planted nearby on the gear.
Oh, God. This is like Giger and Margaret Keane got together.
Had a demon baby.
Weird demon baby.
A Borg baby. Oh. Can you guess which this one is?
Well, it looks like Sia as a child having a cigarette.
This is, we both had the same taste in music, like rock and cough.
There we go. And you went to see an Ashtray show. So
Yeah.
yeah.
This, I really like this. You're right. It does look a little bit Sia. This looks like it could be like a Sia album cover.
Yeah, totally. It's totally a Sia album cover. Absolutely.
I mean, last night he asked for my soup bowl in marriage.
I love that. It's weird.
It's very weird, very stylized. I've got a lot of great soup bowls too.
Oh God.
Still not a heron.
No, it's huge though.
So this is a zoom out.
Okay.
And the original picture was just this eye.
Oh, wow.
Not, and maybe a very corner of the beak, but it was just the giant eye. And I had to see what else was going on there. Signed, Forcefully Anxious. That is a visual representation of ADHD or anxiety disorder.
Just feeling completely overwhelmed. Gotcha. And I understand.
A bird in the pickaxe is worth 2 in the Hot Wheel.
And it's definitely a Hot Wheel because you can see the woman is holding it by the bumper, so it's not an actual car. Plus, if it was an actual car, those birds would be frighteningly large.
So, a visit to the attic. Wow, we really didn't spend much time in the attic, and that's probably a good thing.
Probably a good thing. But Margaret Keane, that was an excellent suggestion for an artist. I'm really glad you got her because that was a really fun series of pictures.
Oh, forgot it's National Chocolate Day.
Oh yeah.
What do I have in here? It has a message inside.
What does it say?
It says,
Don't you want to spin the wheel and find out where it stops? Don't you want to see what kind of art you're gonna make? And oh, great, I got nightmare fuel. That is right. It's time to spin the wheel to find out what our word themes are going to be in next week's episodes of MidJourney Madlibs. We're going to spin it 4 times, twice for me and twice for Brent. And whatever it lands on, that's what we have to do. So we'll start with me. Oh, start with you. Okay, start with you. Fine.
Sorry.
Brent's first word. Brent's first word theme is going to be holidays.
Holidays. Well, isn't that perfect?
Oh, yeah, it's kind of perfect. We spun it on the week after Christmas. So, I mean, I guess you can choose whatever.
Should I do a New Year's theme?
Yeah, why not? Let's do a New Year's theme. That would make sense, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it?
All right. All right. And your second word theme will be on the road. All right. Road trip words.
Okay, so it might be on the plane.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine, because I know you're taking a big trip. Here we go. My 2 word themes. My first word theme is going to be synonyms.
Sorry. So that means I get extra work, but I absolutely love this one. I'm so glad we came up with this.
I do too, because it makes it a surprise for me too.
Yeah.
Okay, and my second word theme.
Nope.
Deep cuts.
Deep cuts.
Strange, unusual words.
To be honest, some of the words that we gave each other this week seemed like deep cuts.
Right. All right, so that's it. That's going to be our word themes for next week's episodes of MidJourney Madlibs.
Oh, wow, y'all. This is the last episode of 2023. Can y'all believe it? Just a year ago, we came up with this idea. We delivered it to you at the beginning of the year, and now it's time for a new year to start. So, it's a perfect time to like. It's a perfect time to subscribe, and it's definitely a perfect time to click those little reminders because we are coming back in 2024 on New Year's Day.
That's right. Our normal schedule, Monday and Thursday, just happens to fall on New Year's.
So cool.
But it's just great. It came out, it worked out perfectly. All right, well, that's it. He said it all. Make sure you click like and subscribe. Make sure you join the Discord. And we'll see you guys in 2024.
Like and subscribe.
The algorithm demands it.